that increased physical activity has definitely like increased my libido, because usually I'm chill, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I could fuck, but like I'm so chill
at the moment.
Yeah, basically, because I started going to the gym. If I'm going to be honest, if I'm going to be quite like 100% transparent, I wanted to be able to lift nyash. That's why I went to, that's why I started going to the gym. Hello. Hi guys, and welcome to 163 of the Two Twos podcast. I am Nana.
And I'm Ro.
And together we are Two Twos. We're back. I feel like we were just here.
What, recording?
Yeah.
Do you know, everyone's been saying we've been gone for a long time.
We haven't. It's because we don't have visuals. I'm suspecting.
We haven't had visuals for 3 weeks before the last one, though. Because I was thinking, why are there not visuals for 3 weeks?
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I looked at it because everyone was commenting saying, like, everyone's been like, oh, finally, in the episode. I'm thinking, why is it finally?
But we've had video for all of them.
For some reason, we've been gone for 3 weeks.
I don't know why we've been gone for 3 weeks. I need to have a look.
It feels like it.
Yeah, we don't upload. So I don't know. I actually don't know. All I knew was when we had our live show, we didn't have visuals to match. So
yeah, we didn't have the live show visuals, and then we didn't have the visuals last week because Ella was sick. And then obviously, I don't know why it's 3 weeks.
Yeah, it should only be 2.
And we're going to check why it's 3 weeks.
Yeah, sorry guys. I know, because I also got like a message saying, oh, you're back. I was like, girl, we've been gone that long.
We've been here.
But yeah, we've been here. But how you doing?
I'm doing good. As you can see, I've just come up from the gym.
Yeah.
I thought I'd go home and change first, but I didn't have time. So I've been still on my Zoom, guys. Still on my Zoom. I went to the gym with Bianca today and we did chest. We did chest, tricep, and shoulders. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm very mindful not to make gym a personality trait. I'm trying not to make it a personality trait.
Too late. Too late.
I'm trying not to make it a personality trait.
Yeah.
But it is something that is giving me some discipline,
Right.
It's something I'm sticking at. And as much as I don't know, my body is not changing as much as I want it to change. It is changing, but it's not changing as much as I need it to. However, I'm still happy with the how gym is affecting like my mental health. And I don't want to be that gal, but it actually is good for your mental health.
It is good for your mental health, because today, obviously, I didn't go, but I was like, I need something. And so I did a home workout because I've got the barbell and dumbbells as well. So I did a home workout, but I will say that the weights are not heavy enough to do certain things, like the ones that I have
because you're used to doing heavier ones.
Because I'm used to doing heavy ones. So I did the Romanian deadlift, and I put on all the weights. It wasn't heavy enough, bro. It was even 18, and it wasn't
heavy enough.
It wasn't heavy enough. So yeah, but it's for me, I wouldn't say it's a personality trait yet, but I am seeing some small progress, which I am really loving, because I think when we initially started gym like a year ago, I wasn't seeing anything, and I was bare vexed. I was like, what am I doing all of this for? But I ain't seen it. But shout out to Lloyd, man. I'm through.
Yeah, big up Lloyd.
Through you.
Yeah, big up Lloyd.
Getting a little.
Lloyd is my personal trainer. Obviously, I've been sharing the workouts with Nana.
Of course.
So big up Lloyd.
Big up Lloyd,
He's
man.
doing his thing. Lloyd's tight and fit. Hit him up if you want a little something.
Yeah.
Quite affordable as well. It's only online coaching, but he does do like a one-on-one.
Yeah.
One-on-one. I haven't had a one-on-one since the summer, but
yeah, it's working out.
It's working.
What we have noticed as well is that our libidos has skyrocketed.
Yeah. That's why we talk about the gym today.
Yeah.
I messaged Nana the other day, and I was like, obviously, our libido has been... We're very open about stuff like this in our group chat, yeah? So all of us have been horny. We've all been horny in that group chat, yeah? And I had to Google the other day, like, why am I so horny?
Right.
So I was like, things that affect your libido. That's what I put, women's libido. And I come to think about it. What if you're not a woman? What would you put? Anyway, I put women's, if you're like non-binary.
Right.
What would you put? Anyway, I put things that affect women's. That's what I put. Women's libido. And like the top like 5 was increased physical activity. Then I was like, oh,
it's making sense.
It's making sense.
Yeah, I think we've all been horny. We've all been talking about it in a group chat, and usually we don't really talk about sex that much. Like, our group chat is full of nonsense. We talk about nonsense all the time. We might talk about dating and who we're dating and stuff, but we don't usually talk about sex that often.
We don't talk about sex,
but
really.
we have been going in.
We've been going into details
about our sex life.
Sending each other news.
Yeah. We definitely been sending each other nudes. There's been a few nudes floating around in the group chat, and I love it. I love that we're able to be so open and free and talk about sex life. But yeah, going to the gym, that increased physical activity has definitely like increased my libido. Because usually I'm chill, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I could fuck, but like, I'm so chill
at the moment.
Yeah, basically, because I started going to the gym. If I'm going to be honest, if I'm going to be quite like 100% transparent, I wanted to be able to lift nyash. That's why I went. That's why I started going to the gym. And yeah, I mean, it's all working hand in hand, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, lift nyash, high libido, great stuff.
Great
it
stuff.
Works all together.
Yeah, great stuff. Yeah, I feel really good in my body. Mental health, it's up and down. It's really up and down, but I do find that it's helping. And I want to fuck all the time. So, yeah.
Last week we were talking about long distance relationships.
Yeah. How you feeling?
As I said, libido's libidoing.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm still dating in London, but there's nobody in London that I'm gonna have sex with because it's not there. There's no one that I'm talking to here that is there for me to like even go on a date with. Is it? No. I feel okay. That there is a Londoner. I feel like we haven't spoken today. We've spoken every day since, but we haven't spoken today, and I feel like maybe it might fizzle out.
You think it's fizzling out?
Yeah, we're not compatible.
Right. But you might be sexually compatible.
Well, I mean, sexually compatible. Yeah, sexually compatible. But
and that's what we'll talk about here. But
in order to get feel in the mood to go and do that,
there needs to be something else.
Yeah. Why do you guys like to fight and flirt? Do you know what I mean?
That Yoruba flirting, you lot have to stop because
London girls, even UK girls, you lot like to fight, flirt.
Yeah.
I'm over it, guys.
Listen, it feels very like childish. It feels very primary school, not even secondary school, primary school. Because in primary schools, when people were beating each other, like a boy will come and hit you because they fancy you, and then some people be like, oh, you know, they're just playing with you this because they fancy you. No, it hurt. You hit me and it hurt. It's just like that. That's how the flirting feels like. You're insulting me. Why are you insulting me?
Why are you insulting me?
Why you want me to flirt?
If you're trying to flirt me, why are you insulting?
If you want to fuck me, don't fight me. That it doesn't make any sense. I just feel like it's a bit childish. And
we can do like banter every now and then, but all the time it's like, and this okay, let me even stop talking about this. But anyway,
do you know what I find funny about this, like having a podcast? And obviously our podcast is mainly about like dating, and we talk a lot about sex as well. Is that we can't really get into it in real time.
I know this is kind of real time what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if she listens to this,
yeah, she would know. That's the problem. Is like there's certain things that I want to say on here, but I'm just like nah, because what if they listen to it and then it's an issue? Do you know
I don't really talk to girls about the podcast.
I don't
tell them I have a podcast. I mean, if they follow me on social media, they will see that, and fair enough.
Yeah,
but also it's been a while since somebody has told me, since I think Thailand Bay is the last person who used to come back with feedback about the podcast all the time.
Yeah.
But since her, not really.
That's the thing. Like people, like my fear is that like, I'm going to say something and then someone's going to be like, oh, this is what you said on the podcast. And I just like, I don't want to have to deal with that. So I
feel like with the podcast, we are to some extent performing. This is a performance.
Yeah.
And
sometimes it's going to be over exaggerated.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just a little bit like it's going to be over exaggerated. Not that we're lying here, but we're telling the truth, but it's a little bit like over exaggerated. Like you sprinkle a little bit of, you know, gold on there.
Just what podcasting is all about.
It's a bit storytelling, isn't it? So,
but if we're just like talking like this,
it's boring.
Episode, it will be very
boring. You have to be a bit like out of your show and animated. But it was easier when we was in relationships because it's like, all right, we can talk about relationships, and I think we were allowed to. Do you know what I mean? Like, we were allowed to. My ex would always be like, oh, I heard this on your little podcast. It'll be funny. But like when you're dating, you get to know someone, is a bit different. Do you know what I mean? And I don't really like.
I mean, there's more topics from dating because you're dating more people, multiple experiences.
But we can't fucking talk about it because it's in real time.
I've been talking about it. They all date.
I don't really be talking about it. But one thing I wanted to mention as well is that there was a specific podcast that was meant to go on. Do you remember? It was a male podcast, and usually we don't go on male podcasts. Like, and you know, I think people have recently caught on that their podcast isn't as friendly as you know as people thought out, because what they do is they clip little, you know, parts of their podcast and they put it on social media, and it's funny. It's usually about tweets on the timeline. But I think people have been listening to the longer, you know, episodes, and they've been seeing that it's not quite what they thought it was. That's really interesting.
It is quite.
It's really interesting to me. Yeah, do you have anything to add to that?
I just feel like, okay, guys, I just think that podcasting, there's too many podcasts that are based on other people's experiences, like other people's tweets. And you tweeters, if you see your tweet on a podcast, you need to start charging them for making it, because they are getting the bag from your content you're tweeting. Because I don't see them talk about anything else but reading out tweets, and
it's a commentary on that.
It's a commentary on people's tweets. And I just feel like there's so many really good podcasts who are topical, that like really delve into things, and like even like Black Canvas TV, they've got a podcast now, and they talk about some real shit. And it's just like, let's give them some props. Do you know what I mean? There's twos. We're talking about some real shit. We do everything, and give us some props. You know? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, people that actually talk about things instead of like making it about Twitter or X these days. Like,
it's quite like, it's just like, where's the actual content? Do you know what I mean?
Content.
And you're right about what you said about like, people should be charging for their tweets, because people actually do charge for their tweets. Do you know what I mean? Like, people are charging like grands for the tweets, and now you can you know, monetize off your tweets as well. Which is like, people are stealing that to make content. Then that's just like,
and people are paying their bills from having a podcast. You know, they're paying their rent, they're buying houses. People are really living a very good life off having a podcast. And they're using you for the content for free.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. And that's so interesting about how social media works anyway, because it's like, when you put something out there, it's not quite yours anymore. Do you know what I mean? Because even like these what are they called, these Instagram like platforms where they share news and stuff, and like popular culture stuff as well, they be stealing your tweets too. Like,
at least, like, the thing is, at least even like credit people. Like, these days, things like the Shade Bar and stuff like that, people will be like, credit me. So they have to credit them. Which, cool,
that's fair. At least they get a credit.
Fair. They get the credit. I don't like the Shade Bar, by the way. And I just feel like, and the thing is, when we say things like this, we're not even being haters. It's just that, like, it's just frustrating being in an industry where you see some people really put in the work. Like, Classic Money really does his stuff as well, and it's been amazing to see he's been getting his props from TikTok as well. And like, when people put in effort into their shit, when they like research, when they pay for studio time, and they really just put their all into it, you just want to see that they are the people who are getting the props, not people who are just get some tweets and do you know what I mean? And then we all lap it up.
We all lap it up. And the thing is that you're right about that. Like, people actually put so much hard work into this, from even planning their episodes, even getting guests, as you said, doing the research. Like, do you know how much? I think people just think that people go and sit there and just like press record and then like that's it. Like, there's a lot of like prep that goes into having a podcast and stuff.
Some people have a team.
Some people have it. Yeah, some people have producers. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Like Shantae J. Shout out to Shantae. She won Rising Star at the British Podcast Awards.
Amazing.
And she will have a team to do what she do. You know?
So it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do. And I do think that there's a lot more people out there, a lot more podcasts out there that deserve more props than they're actually getting, as opposed to
that. Do you know what? Talking of things online, so we need to talk about some bummy studs. We've never really spoken about bummy studs.
We kind of have now and then. But you know, we're shady, so it's like,
I mean, it's like some shade. But we need to get into it, guys. Bummy, masculine presenting people, and bummy studs. We need to unpack what's going on here. So the reason why I'm talking about this is because there's a little scandal happening on TikTok here. Lashandra, who was a 49-year-old stud pastor, that lives in America, married to somebody called Ray, and they will go on TikTok, they will go viral because of their relationship. Lashandra was funny and all this stuff. Now, plot twists, Lysandra was stealing money from the wife. There was even, I saw a clip where I think the wife lost quite a bit of weight, and as a present, guess what she bought the wife?
What?
A mop.
A mop
bucket, and was like, it was $39.99. That was on sale. Like, she bought her wife a mop.
Is that a present for losing weight? What's that got?
The mop wasn't even in it. It was just the mop bucket. The mop wasn't even included. And she's the cheaper. There was one where they went out to the Waffle House to treat her wife, and she was talking about splitting the bill.
That's terrible.
The bill was like $60.
You stole from your wife, and you.
The wife said all of these videos are from before she found out that she was
stealing money.
So she stole money. So to the point where they have kids, to the point where they got evicted from their home. Yeah, the rent wasn't, the mortgage wasn't being paid, and did all this stuff. And I think she stole money from the church as well.
Oh my God.
She stole money, and they were saying that how her parents were still like co-signing things for her. I'm sorry, do you know what? There's nothing wrong with your parents helping you out, yeah. But when I'm 49, I don't want my mum to be co-signing shit for me. Yeah, I should have my shit together by 49, that I don't need a co-signer for my mum. Do you know what I'm saying? So obviously life takes everyone in different directions, but if you're a pastor for the church, yeah, your mother should not be co-signing.
Yeah.
So that is a whole scandal that's been happening on TikTok, yeah, and it just kind of reminded me of like bummy starts. So bummy starts just continue for the end of we're not bummy, yeah.
I don't think they change. I don't think, you know, when people like, oh, like you grow out of certain things, and I don't think that people really change. I don't feel like when you become an adult, you become this mature. Like there's some 49-year-olds who are acting 20.
It's true, and they're the ones who normally date younger femmes.
Is she dating a younger femme?
No, the wife is like probably in her 40s as well. The wife now pulled up on TikTok the other day with a brand new stud, opened the car door for her. This stud, Lysandra, hair, her little locks weren't growing for years.
That's because she's bad vibes. When your locks don't grow, it's because you're bad vibes.
Bad vibes. If locks don't grow, I'm bad vibes. And she had a new stud with some luscious locks. Opened the car door for her. And she was walking out of her house doing the strut.
Yeah.
And she opened the door and she just... Yeah.
This is what she deserves, though. But I do feel like a lot of people are with bummy studs.
Why?
The studs that don't work.
Why?
The studs that are not responsible.
Why?
Just not doing anything for themselves, have nothing go for themselves. Like, I don't know what it is, you know. Maybe because they're jobless, they've got enough energy to sex all day. But apart from that, what else?
I think that's what it is. I feel like when you're no matter what gender it is, when you're a bummy, you've got time to have sex. You've got the energy to. So those people really give good sex. Yeah, people who are bummy.
Yeah, jobless people.
They go for hours because what are they doing?
Nothing.
And the thing is, if you're going to be good for something, you might be good for that.
Yeah.
You might as well be good for that.
But that can't just be it. And this is what this lady has seen. Clearly, she's found somebody else who, you know, maybe they can't go for hours because they're tired because they've been working, but at least they can do other things like pay some bills.
Yeah. Pay some bills.
Pay for dates.
Take you out on a date. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? And...
I don't want to be that bummy stud.
I don't want to be a bummy stud. And do you know what? One thing I've realised is when I'm dating, they always tend to, if they've dated other women before, especially other masculine presenting women, they always tend to compare my experience
that their history is always in the gutter.
The history is always ghetto.
Always in the gutter.
And because our community is small, yeah, you don't need to have shame because I know about some of you guys. Because our community is small, they will now be telling you that this X, Y, and Z person,
they bought all their clothes,
pay for all the dates, they pay for all their food, like. And the things, even people, I'll be thinking that like they've got their shit together, like they know how to treat women. People be lying. People be making it seem
this is
like
the thing. Like not. If I haven't got something, I'll be the first person to say, oh no, I'm not, I'm not there, or I don't have this, or I don't have that. People be fucking lying, keeping up appearances, and lying about.
People be lying
when somebody's paying for your whole life.
Like, and the thing is, I'm not advocating for people to take their babies to Hakkasan. I'm definitely not doing that because, you know, that for me, that is a thing of the past. I used to be taking my ex to every single restaurant in that Berkeley Square in Mayfair, to Park Chinois, to Hakkasan, to all these like Stork, all these bougie restaurants. And you know, it just wasn't worth it. Do you know what I'm saying?
The absolute most.
I was doing the most. I was taking my ex on dates and paying like £250 for dinner. We're gonna go home and shit, it's out. Do you know what I'm saying? I'd rather pay £250 and go to Paris and go to Amsterdam, do something different, have an experience.
I really hated the whole like having, and I wasn't like you. I'd do it on special occasions.
You'll be doing it because it's Friday.
Yeah, you'll be doing it. Yeah, it's Friday. It's the end of the week. We deserve it. But I would do it on special occasions like birthdays, anniversaries, whatever. But always when I thought about going on dates, I always wanted to do something different. I never just wanted to go and sit at a restaurant and take picture of the food, shoe and bag. Like that shit really irritates me, is because we eat every day. We eat every day.
It's just ridiculous.
And as you said the other day, like when you're paying £300 for a meal, the food doesn't even taste good anymore.
I think, do you know what? A lot of those dates I used to go on from next year, they used to they just used to end quite terribly, to be honest with you. And it's because there was too much pressure to enjoy yourself on the date because you're paying all this money. And I feel like I actually didn't want to spend the money. Like, I think I was sitting there reluctantly spending the money.
Yeah.
And she didn't ask me to do these things, yeah. But I do enjoy the ambience of it. I do enjoy that stuff, but it needs to be for special occasions so you can like really sit down and appreciate it. Because I think we used to lose the value because we did it so many times.
Yeah, it's true.
And so I'm not saying do that, not at all. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying like make effort, and whatever effort looks like to you and to the other person you're dating, do that, because there's too many of you guys acting a fool, like not treating women the way they need to be treated, or like just not really doing your part.
Yeah, you're not really putting the effort in. And I think that like in this day and age in relationships, like people get really like just, I don't know if because the novelty wears off, but people are too lazy, too laid back. There's no thought in it. People become complacent, and yeah, it's just terrible. Like there's no romance. There's no like
romance.
Yeah, romance is dead.
Romance is dead. But I'm not here though. Romance ain't dead.
No, and the thing is, like, don't even get me wrong, because I feel like even on those special occasions, because we wanted to do the most, yeah, we will pack up the fucking day. Like we'll do theatre in the afternoon. We'll do this. Do you know what I mean? Like there was so much. We didn't really enjoy it because we was rushing around trying to make our fucking reservations on time. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and you got your girl taking 2 hours to get ready.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Having to push back reservations and shit. But in saying that, you do have to keep the romance alive, though.
You do need to keep romance.
Yeah, and it has to be something that like you're comfortable with, like in terms of finance too. Because I think there's been conversation going on about being in the cosy lives that we are in and having to spend so much money on like dates,
like Ubers
and Ubers.
Yeah,
like
someone said £50 for the Uber. Listen,
I think that's a bit much. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
I don't spend £50 on Uber for myself.
When I was in a relationship and we go on dates, because obviously my ex would be in heels, I would get Uber to the restaurant and back, but it was never £50 each way. If it was £50 each way, girl,
we ain't doing that.
We ain't doing that.
But my thing, I used to get a zip car. I mean, I still do get a zip car for going dates. Yeah,
which is fine.
A zip car's £14 an hour. I don't know. I'm giving you guys a cheat code here.
Yeah, please.
I know. Sorry, Paula. I was meant to keep that secret, Paula. But
no, people are having sex in there, so I guess they probably know. People having sex in zip cars.
I feel like that's straight people. I feel like the gays don't really have to use zip car that much.
No.
Probably the straights. Yeah. Listen, if you are gay, get a zip car and you gotta have a license, get a zip car, because you
not to have sex, but to
not to have sex. Just go on dates. Like I'd be dropping. I will might meet them. I don't know. It depends on where we're going. Do you know what I'm saying? Or who's organised a date or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, like. And just don't if you can't afford something, don't expect whoever you're dating to pay for everything. Like the expectation, like what I heard a story, I was dating somebody and the person told me that they went shopping. No, their person they were dating, who was masculine presenting, they went shopping with them. The person did all their weekly shopping in their home, for their home, and scanned everything and stood there and waited for the girl, for the femme to pay for the shopping. But it was their weekly shop for their home. Ooh. And then she just stood there, was waiting for her to pay. Like, why?
Yeah, but I think also people need to have conversations before. Why do you have such expectations?
No, that shouldn't even be a conversation.
I mean,
if you're doing shopping for your home,
but some people do that. Like some people pay for people's bills and stuff, which they
didn't live together.
Yeah, but some people still pay people's rent. Like
no, but I feel like I feel like if you're going shopping for your home, for yourself, for the things that you were going to eat to nourish your body so you can like live, and the person has come along shopping with you.
No, I hear that.
Why would you expect them to pay?
What I mean by conversation is that like the person who, if they want to pay for that person's rent or their shopping, they would say, oh babe, do you know what? I'm going to pay your rent for going forward, or I'm going to pay for your shopping. If that person hasn't said that to you, don't stand in the fucking line and expect them to.
I'm shy. Like, I'm shy for the person.
Yeah.
I'm shy for you, girl.
Embarrassed for you. Like, what the hell?
And the thing is, it's annoying. I see these people out.
No, the entitlement is too much. The entitlement is too much. And I think people just need to be honest. Because again, we are in the cosy lives. Like, it's expensive.
I'm not telling you to big money. I'm not even saying big. I'm not telling no one to be big money meat. You can go to Aldi, buy some chicken, buy some veg, do whatever, buy some ingredients. Cook in the house.
Cook in the house. Yeah, you don't have
put some candles on and it will look nice.
Yeah, you don't have to go to Hakkasan. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to go to Aqua Kyoto. You don't have to go to these places.
No,
it's actually all right.
Make a playlist.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying?
Put some music on.
Put some music on.
Those candles. Do you know what I mean? Like,
you know what I mean? Send the morning text.
Yeah, simple.
Simple things.
I feel like there's simple things that I do think that people do like them, but I think they're often like ignored, those simple things.
Yeah.
Like, because people always looking at the big things.
Yeah.
And it's like, relationships aren't always about those big things. No. Do you know what I mean?
It doesn't have to cost money.
It doesn't.
Write a letter, handwritten, and post it. Do you know what I'm saying? There's just other things,
so much romantic things that you can do.
And I just feel like,
what about practical things? Do you think I know that bucket and mop was ridiculous, but do you think like it's good to get like your significant other, like practical gifts, like something that they actually need?
Yeah, 100%. Like, for example, my ex, she obviously found out she had ADHD when we were together. So I researched ways to make her life a bit easier with ADHD, and one of them was listen to Mario Kart music while she does her work. So I told her, like, listen to Mario Kart music when you're doing your work, and it worked for her. It's absolutely worked
that's
for her.
an act of love there. Do you know what I mean, guys? It's the simple things. It's not always the crazy big, outlandish things, So guys, please date with sense.
Yeah, the last person I was dating, her period used to be a mad thing. So I went and got them pill. She took one pill that helps for her. I went to like bare boots until I found the pack and then bought it to her. And she don't live near me. Just things like, do you know what I'm saying? Just little things to make people's life easier. Yeah. It's stop making their life harder.
Yeah, and to have something to bring to the table. I think that because when people talk about having something to bring to the table, I also don't think it's the big things either. I don't think it's like, paying for the vacations and all of that. I think it's the small things too, the things that make a relationship like go move like on a daily basis. So yeah, and in saying that, I had a thought the other day. I was just like, the reason why I'm not in a relationship is because I actually don't have anything to give.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of coming from myself to give to somebody, I actually don't have anything to give. And that's okay to realize that and to be aware of that and not get into something and make someone's life hell.
Leave someone's daughter alone.
Leave their daughter alone.
If you can't, it's not actually by force to date. I feel like queer people are like serial daters or serial situation shippers,
serial monogamous.
Because not a lot of people actually go on dates. Yeah, like you'd be surprised by how many queer people that I like when I'm dating or talking to. They'll be like, oh, I haven't been on a date before, or like, do you know what I mean? You actually be surprised because they just have situationships and serial situationships. It's okay to be alone. Yeah, it's okay to be single, guys. As we said before, like it's not every day. And damn, sorry, Siri. It's not slow Allegra. I think there's always like this thing you want companionship, and I know that's what life is about. Life is about our connections with other people. Do you know what I mean? But you can have that through friendships. Yeah. You can have that through relationships with your family members. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't always have to be romantic. No. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like that comes with a different kind of expectation or different expectations. So yeah, chill out. Yeah, chill out, guys. That was a bit of a rant. We did have a bit of a rant. We just want better for you guys. We want better for our queers. Yeah, we definitely like. Even somebody I'm talking to at the moment, she said that how she's always taken them on. She dates masculine presenting people, by the way. That's why I'm saying this. she said that she's always taking them on dates.
I'm so shocked at this kind.
Me
this
too,
thing, because it's never been the case for me.
Our friends, in our group chat, like our friendship circle, this is just not.
It's not happened. And even when a woman's like, "Oh, like I'm gonna take you out on a date," yeah, and we go on a date,
we still end up paying,
and we don't have to, but it's just.
I have stopped that though. I have to say,
I need to try
in this year. If they've got to pay, they said they're gonna. I've let them pay.
I'm gonna try. I'm really gonna try, because every time it's just like I do at least like pay for something, because I just can't do it. But I'm gonna
even like I remember birthday. My ex took me to Hackathon for my birthday, and I think that I paid.
That's really fucking terrible, bro. If it's like an occasion, what the fuck? It's your birthday, you're paying. That's crazy.
But you know what I don't like as well? I feel like one thing about me, I don't like it when the bills come in and there's no mode of payment on the table.
Yeah,
I'm ready. My phone's gonna go. I just don't like shame. And there's some people that you go out with. This is friends, like friends, whatever it is. There's just people in life that their card always declines. And not because they don't have the funds, it's because they just don't move things around properly.
Yeah.
And I don't like shame. So those people I just pay because I just know their card is gonna decline.
Yeah. It's kind of orcs, isn't it? It's a bit orcs.
I was gonna say somebody that I dated was like that. Their card always used to decline, and the thing is, they had funds. They just wouldn't put it in the current accounts.
But don't people check, like, before I go out, like, I'm checking on what's in which account.
I'm not going out
blind. If I have
blind.
to move things around, I'm moving things around so that I'm knowing what card I'm gonna use. Come on,
listen. Before I go, I know how much things are gonna spend on the menu.
That's one thing. How do people not look at the menu before they go out on dates?
Hey,
like, you people must be up. Like, some people really don't check the menu before they go out. First of all, I want to know what I'm eating, because I get excited. Like, if I am going to go out, I want to know what I'm going to eat. I'm anticipating, oh yeah, I'm going to get this. I can't wait. Yeah. Because I like food. Why are you not checking the menu? Why are you not checking the price so you know that
I look at the prices? I'm looking at menus to know the prices.
This is within it. Your
kind of head, babe.
Exactly. Like, this is within, because what if you get there ordering bare things and then the bill comes to £500 and you can't pay for it?
Yeah.
You're going to be in the kitchen?
Not me, boy. I'll drink water if that's the case. Right. Okay.
So
let me just hope that you do better, guys. If the shoe fits, if the shoe doesn't fit, you have friends, but the shoe fits, please spread the word.
I'm done. Okay, cool. Rant over?
Rant is over.
I'm really hot here.
Oh, guys, there's actually something called Masc Meet Up. Oh. So it's a members only club in the UK.
I need to join.
For mask presenting people. Mm-hmm. And I'm just getting up the information so I have everything accurate. Yeah, it's called Masc Meet Up. I'm part of it. Like, we're in a group chat. There's link ups as well. I haven't been sending link ups yet because I've been busy. But it's literally I think the last one they went to Crazy Golf. And yeah, it's just like a little let's hang out, good vibes, get to know other mass presenting people. At the moment in the group chat, everyone's like pretty much like introduce themselves to each other. It's just like, oh, my name's Ro, I'm a Libra, I'm a podcaster, and yeah.
How many people's in the group?
In the group chat, there must be like 20 people in the group chat at the moment. Between 20 and 25. Oh, sorry, Lady Phil just texted me. Hey, girl. So, yeah, it's really good. There's 2 activities planned at the moment, and it's just really good vibes. 21 people in there. Mm-hmm. Really good vibes. So I have got a referral link. I'm gonna put it in the bio below, and use my referral code and get a membership. It's for, I believe it's for Black masculine presenting people. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's a good way to meet people as well, because people are always talking about how they might be new to the community, or they might not even be new to the community, but they just don't have any like queer friends. Yeah. And so this is a great opportunity to meet, other masks like yourselves.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm going through. I do know most of the people in here in the group.
Of course you do.
But there are new people that I don't know. Like even Jade from who's been on the podcast before, Jade Annalise. She's in the group too. Like she's been on the pod. And yeah, it's good vibes.
I need to get on this.
Yeah, I think because sometimes you don't make our group chat anyway. We don't make it out of the group chat for activities. These are making it for the activities.
Talk about it. Talk about it. We really don't. All we do is just fucking go to the club, and I'm tired of going to the club.
It's winter time now.
Yeah, I'm done with going out. I was even thinking about the other day about like alcohol. Like obviously we're trying to quit alcohol, but like when we get invited to things, like obviously we were going somewhere tonight. Like
just can't drink. I'm not gonna. I went to the theatre yesterday. Somebody offered me a drink and I picked apple juice.
I'm gonna try.
Do you know what I mean? There's gonna be free drinks today. I'm gonna pick the soft drinks because look at Tiana. Tiana be picking the soft drinks.
She fucking did it.
She's still doing it.
I know, but it's just like, I think once you get there, once you start and you actually stop drinking and you actually experience life and, you know, these things without drink, you become used to it. And it's just like, I don't need this anymore.
But I think this is when that's the things we have to stop drinking, because we don't sit on our homes and just drink.
No, we don't.
We drink when we're out. So when we're out is when you have to stop drinking.
Yeah. And it's so funny, I went to the shop today and I got an apple juice, but I was looking at the gin.
The pink gin, because we have a little gin called, innit?
Yes.
It's like, no.
I was looking at that and I was like, nope, I'm gonna get a soft drink. Yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna try. Do you know what I mean? Like life is about, you know, trying. God loves a trial. I'm gonna try. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see where. But yeah, I'm wearing this t-shirt today. Dream World London. This is made by Remy, designed by Remy, the artist on Instagram, and she's made these really cool t-shirts, really cool designs. So you know, get you some. Like
she's also in the Masc link up group actually.
Oh yeah. So it's a good way. You can even get, if you join the Masc. It's 2-in-1, babe. If you join the Masc link up. Yeah, buy a t-shirt. So like, it's one. Rose got hers. Is in my house. I didn't even know I had hers, child. But yeah, I just thought I'd wear it because it's really cute. And she's also got some Black History designs as well, which like look really good as well. Shout out Black History Month.
It's Black History. Actually, no, I did forgot it's Black History Month. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been very
weird.
Yeah. BLM, all the effects of BLM's gone now.
They don't care anymore.
They don't care no more. They don't care no more. I forgot it's Black History Month, but you know, big up Black History Month. Big up all the Black creatives doing their thing, not giving up, even though, yeah,
it's hard.
It's hard.
And it feels like there's no money to do anything anymore because of Cause He Lives. And talking about Cause He Lives, you know, I think I have really divested from politics and UK politics for maybe the last 3-4 years, because what I've seen is rubbish, like absolute rubbish. And the fact that we don't even get to choose a leader, we have to choose a party, but we do not get to choose which leader in that party we want, is crazy to me in this country, in this UK. And I just feel like certain things has just like made me divest, like, but now for some reason I'm looking at it now. I think it's because we've been through a tough time in terms of Cause He Lives, like energy prices. I pay bills in my house, and I've noticed how much I'm paying electricity and gas.
I've been chopping up gas and electricity
all the fucking time. What I call British Gas, I said, please sir, like what, why am I you know, paying every like week and a half?
Yeah,
why am I charging electricity, gas every week and a half? It's expensive. It's fucking expensive. I think that when you do have to pay these things, you're able to see like, wow, we're really in the trenches in this country. And I've seen Rishi Sunak, who wasn't even voted in, talking shit about the LGBT community. He was saying the other day that we shouldn't be bullied into believing that a man can be a woman and a woman can be a man. And I just think that is such utter bullshit. And I also feel like he's just trying to distract us, because there's so many things that are priority, but this is the shit that you're talking about. You're trying to, and this is the thing, you're distracting these bigots so that they're thinking about this shit instead of thinking about the fucking energy prices. Do you know what I mean? I just think like it's absolute bullshit, and people are going to fall for it.
People are lapping it up.
They're lapping it up.
I went through the comments on the Shade Bar, and I just saw like black, like influential people agreeing with this bullshit. And do you know how dangerous? I was furious when I saw that, because like I'm thinking about Shay, the trans person who passed last year, and like God rest their soul, and like people lose their lives to this shit. Do you know what I'm saying? And for you to stand there and so like say something like that, so blasé. It's
so
just
blasé.
dangerous, and you just encourage everyone else's transphobic thoughts. You encourage everything that everyone has done in order to help society to unlearn a lot of their ignorances. You just take it all back in 2 seconds. You undo it in 2 seconds. You make it okay for people to go outside and, I don't know, throw a can at a trans woman. You make it okay for people to be attacked in the street. Like, these are human beings. These are people's children. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, these are people who deserve to be walked through life with equal opportunities, equal rights, without being heckled at because of our government and our leaders kind of like giving them the green light to do that. And it's just I'm actually so shocked. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it just makes me fucking sad. Like, he's literally saying, woo woo, get on this hate train. Like, you're literally, that's what he's doing. And I just honestly can't believe that in this 2023, this is what we're seeing, and the people that are leading us are allowed to do this. Like, I think it was this year, he made a joke about trans people, and it was caught on video. And what, in just like in private?
Yeah, in private. I think it was a transphobic comment. I think he said, so he was saying, so this was caught by accident, and I think he was talking about his opponent, and he was like, his opponent has been very busy. Like, you can probably see that he was trying to convince everyone that women clearly have penises. You all know that I'm a big fan of everybody studying maths to 18, but it turns out that we need to focus on biology.
Our Prime Minister said that. Whoa.
Do you know what I mean? It's just like, you're transphobic. Our Prime Minister is transphobic, and there's no denying that. Like, all a bit.
Do you know, for me, it's the ethnic minorities in that Tories party. You're being used as puppets.
This is it. Like,
because when he was saying that, did you see that they panned to Kemi?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, and she was all nodding.
And she was nodding. Idiots. The paria.
Like, it's so disgusting the way that this country will use ethnic minorities as the face of hate. Do you know what I mean?
Like, the XL bully thing that's going on at the moment, dogs. They're now saying that they want to do whatever, put muzzles on them or whatever they want to do, And my thing is, in that argument, they went and got a black masculine presenting person to sit on the fucking Good Morning, whatever the show was.
She like an idiot.
To come and talk about. And you know what, it's not everything you must go and say yes to, because now, when the dogs, that they're increasing, actually, I don't feel like there's actual increased dog attacks. I think there's increased reporting. And now that when they keep increasing the reports and somebody dies, a child dies, they're going to pan back to you.
Yeah, a representative.
This black person who sat there.
The face of Don't Kill Dogs.
Exactly. And the face becomes Black Thug that has these dogs. Do you know what I'm saying? And let other people do the work. It doesn't need to be us.
It doesn't need to be you.
It doesn't need to be us. Because when something goes wrong, we are to blame. Richie, Kemi, Suella, when things go wrong, they will be the four men.
Yeah.
They will be the four men.
It's so, I find it so crazy that these people are the faces of these things. Like, you are an other. You need to know that in this country, in this UK right here, you are the other, but you are there othering other people. Like, I just don't get, the maths is not mathing. It's not making a lick of sense. And I think like these people really believe that this country is theirs, and I don't know, they're at the forefront of something huge and something amazing, but it's utter bullshit. That's Suella, that bitch. Whatever, Rishi, also that bitch. Both bitches in my eyes. Like, I can't believe that Suella, she is the worst vibes ever.
Terrible.
How black and brown people being the worst vibes is really, it just gets under my skin.
They're the worst type of racist,
because you are puppets for these people. Bro. You're puppets.
They will throw you under the bus. They do not have your back.
In an instant. In a fucking instant. Like,
it's mad, because I've got a friend who was basically accepted into a family, a black friend who was accepted to a family as their partner's family is Asian, and they were accepted by them as the only black person that they would accept to be around them.
Because it respectability politics. They're the good black. Yeah,
because they're the good black, and they loved it. They were used to gloat about it. Yeah, like, I didn't even like black people, but they liked me. And I just used to look at him.
Is that something good to say?
And now that years have passed and he's really been exposed to society and like just how ugly everyone is towards black people. Everybody is racist towards black people. Everybody.
Even Asian people.
And he's now kind of regretting some of his past comments about, or past fulfillment from being accepted by this Asian family as the only black person that they will accept, because he's got a family.
Yeah.
You've got parents, you've got brothers and sisters who are also black, and guess what? They're going to come in the room and they're going to look at them sideways because you're the only one.
The only one that they...
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they don't accept your family. So now that the families had to come together and he saw that, even me, like, I've been around them as well, and hostility.
Yeah. That's the thing, like, you know, I feel like a lot of Asian people aspire to whiteness, and that's why they're anti-black. And I think it's something that we don't talk about a lot, but yeah, it's definitely happening. Like, and these other these black people in government, they also aspire to be white.
100%.
They aspire to whiteness.
There's just the hierarchy, and
they want to be
stop
up
giving
there.
into that shit. Like, even like my brother did a year abroad in Poland, and he said that he was like the only black person in his uni. And they all just put him on the spot and talk about, he did economics, talk about economics in Africa, and he didn't know about economics in Africa, but he had to learn about it, and he had to get clued up, just because they always put him on the spot, and he didn't want to be that person not to know what's going on in his country. And number one, that he shouldn't have had to do that, because nobody else has to do that. And number two, his thing was like, they genuinely ingrained in them think that we are inferior. He's like, it's not even a thing where it's like they've come into the thoughts of that. It's just ingrained in who they are from birth, in their society. Like, black people are just the lowest of kind of humans that you can be, almost like inhumane. And he was like, a lot of people, when they got to know him, he could see in their faces that they were unlearned to the fact that he is a human being. And he was like, it was a weird mind fuck, because it's like, do I give grace to these people because they don't know better, or do I just hate them for thinking that I'm not as good as them? And he was like, no, honestly, they actually just don't know better. Like, they in Poland, they genuinely think that we are gorillas. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's I've been doing some research, because I'm writing a feature, and I've been doing some research about Zimbabwe and the fact that it was a British colony and it had a British government in the 60s, I believe it was.
That wasn't even that long ago.
That wasn't that long ago. And that only ended, I think, in 1980. So that was like 10 years before we were born.
That wasn't even that long ago.
It wasn't that long ago when you think about it relatively. And I just think it's such a fucked up thing. I was watching interviews of like these college white Zimbabweans, and they were like, one of them was like how they don't think that, you know, the majority should rule, because the majority were African people in Zimbabwe and white people were minority. He said he didn't think that they should rule because they were uneducated. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's just like, and he's just like, oh, like, if they're educated, then sure, they should be able to rule their own fucking country. And it's just like the audacity for you
Who
to think
said that you should come and rule?
Who
asked you?
Like, why are you here? Do you know what I mean? Like,
asked you?
Imagine us coming from Africa and taking over the UK government. It's just, it would never fucking happen. It would never fucking happen. And for you to say, yeah, because our culture and our customs are different, that we're uneducated, that's so fucking shit.
That means you think your customs are better than us. Do you know what? I'm sorry, but there's this, I'm not being a bias here. It is what it is. I don't think anybody's customs are better than African customs.
Yeah.
Do you know how rich and meaningful our customs are? I'm sorry, but our culture is just, it's just second to none. Like, and the thing is, I don't even want to cuss no British culture, because I don't want to I don't want other people's culture. I don't want to say that other people's culture are less than, because that's what they did to us. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. However, there's just so much value and richness in what we do, and meaning. There's not much meaning in other people's cultures. I'm sorry to say, but like, everyone that thinks we're inferior.
But that's the thing, or not, because I guess they saw it as a threat, and that's why, you know, loads of things were stolen, and like we were cheated and manipulated, and, you know, all of those things. I'm sure they that's what they saw. They saw that, oh shit, these people are actually like fucking powerful, and that's what it was like. Then that's
spiritual beings, and that goes for West Indian culture too. It's very rich, very. Everyone outside African and West Indian.
I'm done. I'm so done. But yeah, it's I'm just for now I'm just looking at this country. I mean, I've been looking at this country as a side eye, and even like people are always like, oh, you should vote because you have a say and da 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 da, and it's just like I used to have hope, but like the fact that the Tories have been in power for this long, I mean, to me, I'm just like, I mean, the UK is majority, white. Mm-hmm. And, a lot of it is full of bigots. A lot of this UK is full of bigots. Yeah. And they're going to vote for these bigots. Yeah. And that's the problem. We're a minority who are voting for Labour. The
thing is, nobody votes for what's in their best interest. They vote for
what they aspire to be.
I want to say that they vote for what the party is, whatever propaganda the party is.
It's all lies.
So in this case, they're going to be voting for the fact that they want the toilets to only have cis women. That's number one. Mm-hmm. They're going to be voting for the fact that they don't want immigrants in the country. Yeah. They're going to be voting for all the things that don't affect them, mm-hmm. but the things that like gas prices, mm-hmm. Shorter NHS times, mm-hmm. Improved home environments and things like that affect them. Yeah. That's not what they're going to vote for.
Yeah. And it's absolutely ridiculous. Like you're so distracted. You're voting for someone so that they can exclude trans women from certain wards. That's what you're voting for when you've got other things that actually affect your life on a day-to-day basis. There are kids that are going to school hungry.
Did you hear about the kids in Peckham? Mm-mm. There's a school in Peckham. I think something like 60% of them are homeless. Or
60%?
More than half the kids in school in Peckham are homeless. To the point where the school is giving them breakfast, the kids breakfast. That's not the school's responsibility. They're getting breakfast. The schools are helping the parents to get them food vouchers, and they have like a drop-in session with parents to find out what's going on with their housing and things like that. And it's like, that's not what the teachers are there for. The teachers are there to teach the kids. Teaching is such an undesirable profession at the moment because there's so much they have to do and they're not being paid enough.
And then the solution is throwing more money at them. Is that really going to help? I understand that teachers need to be paid more, but when you're having them do things like
but the thing is, it would be good if they were throwing money at them, but they're not.
Yeah, but that's what that's what
they're going to do. They're lying,
and it's not even going to be that much. Child. It's not going to be that much. But the thing is, like, I feel like that. I 100% agree that teachers need to be paid more, 100%, but they're also trying to put a band-aid on things because why should teachers have to do that extra stuff as well? Like, they shouldn't have to. No.
Teachers should have, nurses should be getting paid when they should be getting paid. Councils should be getting the funding to give people homes. Mm-hmm. Also, there's a thing where a housing developer in Greenwich, they gave the impression of what the home was going to look like. The home's going to look like. It looks nothing like it. It looks nothing like what they said. And like, it's actually, they put the cladding up. It was meant to be like glass cladding and they put orange and grey cladding. We all know about what happened last time about cladding. And it just looks nothing like what it's supposed to look like. And people are still homeless.
But the thing is, they're building. Every day I see them building.
They're always building, but for some reason, more and more people are homeless.
They're private rent.
What's happening? Whenever they build new builds, I think they're meant to give like 20% to councils, and
I don't think that's enough. If there's 60% kids that go into school that are homeless,
50-50.
That's not enough.
And they just do that so the homes don't look a certain way, so that certain families don't like bring the value down for the homes. Like, bro, like the country, the value is in the bin because you see people sleeping in the streets. When I went to Singapore, I didn't see not one homeless person in Singapore. I didn't see anybody sleeping in the streets. Because they know the reason why, because their homes are means tested. So if you can only afford $5 a month, that's what you pay, because they don't want their streets to have people sleeping on it. They think that it makes them look bad. I'd rather that people be more concerned of how their country looks rather than like just, even if the fact they don't care about the people, they don't care about the people, they just care about the way their country looks. Fair enough, everyone has a home.
Everyone has a home. I get what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean?
This is a third world country and a first world country, and we have people sleeping on the streets.
Many people.
Can you fucking imagine that?
Like, when you go to Spotify offices in Charing Cross, behind the Spotify, there is a row of homeless people in Charing Cross, in the Strand, like just rows. Even, do you know when we go to the gym underneath the how the new builds that they're building by Manor Park, Manor House? There's a little like gap in the new builds where somebody sleeps underneath there. That is somebody's. Do you know what I'm saying? That is crazy to me.
Yeah, and using queer people to distract, people from stuff. It's just so evil. It's so fucking evil, and it's not anything new. People have, governments have been doing this for time.
Governments everywhere,
even in Ghana. Like,
even Ghana, they're protesting at the moment.
They're protesting, and all anyone cares about is fucking anti-LGBT laws. Fuck you, man.
Yeah,
for real.
They use that as such a huge distraction, and you idiots are falling for it every single time.
Please stay focused. Please, I'm begging you, because our country just keeps on going to shit. It just keeps on going deeper and deeper into the ground. Yeah. And if you people lap this up, it's just going to continue. Like, we can't have this. Like, honestly.
It's crazy because it's mad at how every single government uses LGBT. It's crazy.
Yeah. They'll be like, these immoral, weird, perverse people. We need to get them out of our society. And then people just lap it up.
Meanwhile, you can't feed your kids.
You can't feed your kids.
Like, why do you care who I love, but you can't feed your kids? Where are your priorities? Where are your priorities? Come on, man. Like, I just can't believe it. You people are so fucking dumb. And they know it too. They know there's a bunch of idiots in this country. Anyway, we don't have time for dilemmas because we've been ranting.
Oh my god. Is it? Yeah, we gotta go. We ain't
got time for the dilemmas because we've been ranting. But keep them coming. Send us emails so we can get into it next week. We do have a very good episode planned next week as well. So yeah, make sure you hashtag Tutu's podcast and conversation on Twitter. Make sure you watch Swipe Your Sign. The visuals are out now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
With you dating. Make sure you please like, comment, and share. We need you guys to share our content. Like, we really appreciate if you guys share. We're going to be posting it, so share it when we post it. Yeah. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, rate and review us, all that good stuff. And until next week, peace.